What's going on, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Hope my reception is pretty weird here, trying some new things out. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Robert Lee TV here. Let everybody know that I'm going live here on StreamYard and also on my YouTube channel. How y'all doing? The title for the night is Kevin Samuels and his followers. But one of the main this came from an inbox that I received that somebody was asking me for, and they asked me to speak to it. And they have several questions, and like I said, when I posted it, I was going to break down because there were a lot of questions in the inbox that she was asking, and she wanted me to respond to and see my opinion, and also see the opinions of others. And those that did respond to the inbox, I appreciate y'all because, like I said, the sister said in the inbox, she wanted to see her response. She was looking for males, but there were also women that responded to the post. And this, she had certain questions that she was asking. And the very first one was about Kevin Samuels and his followers. So we're going to get right into it because I know it's kind of late tonight. I don't know how many people are going to actually tune in. You may see this on YouTube, and it may come across your timeline in on Facebook. So let's jump right into it. Like I told you, one of the other titles that I should have put in here is comes from Socrates. It was a question, part of the question that she was asking, and I'm gonna read it before I give you that quote from Socrates that he used a lot of times. The way the inbox starts off is this: often I hear Kevin Samuels and many of his male followers say that women resort to shame and insults, guilt, and the need to be right when they're losing an argument. Well, that first part of it, like I said, I was going to tell you about Socrates. Socrates, one of Socrates' most famous quotes is, "When a when the debate is lost, the tool of the loser is insults." In other words, what they're saying is, if you notice that you can't argue with the facts or argue with the statement, or you're not, your point is, like I say again, a lot of times we give opinions, but they're not backed up. It's what we feel, what we think it should be. And sometimes we can get into a debate with someone. And when we get into that debate with someone, and all of a sudden it look like we losing it with some people, what they start doing, they start insulting the person that is winning. Like I said, well, that's why you a short man, so you have a Napoleon complex. So now instead of staying on the subject or on the topic, you go and attack the person. Well, you had, just like I said, what Kevin said, well, you done had two failed marriages. So what you know about marriages? In other words, we can go back and forth, or keep it, like I said, again, she was asking about Kevin Samuels. But again, and some of the men that follow her, well, a lot of times he said, well, you shouldn't know anything. Just like somebody may insult a pastor may say something about marriage, but well, again, that pastor may have went through divorce. That pastor may have infidelity issues. So what they'll do, instead of actually listening to what that person is saying, they attack the messenger. Instead of being able to knock down the message, what they do is they go after the person that's saying it. Like, oh, Robert Lee, you just a light skinned dude. What you know, man? You 5'10". You can't talk for dudes that are 6 feet tall. Well, hell, I'm only 2 inches away from it, but still, you know what I'm saying? You can't talk about that. Well, you a light skinned brother. You this and that, and we're talking about something totally different that affects us as black men or the black community. What the person going to turn around and do then is attack me as an individual to get off of the subject because they can't win the subject. So a lot of times, what she was asking was saying that a lot of times they say when women are losing an argument with a man, they result to insult. Well, we have to be honest. Move Kevin Samuels and his followers out the way. We see that every day on social media. We see it every day. Whenever a man makes a statement that is backed up by fact, and women don't like it, the first thing they do, they try to insult the man. You're not in a relationship. You're not married. You don't make that amount of money. You don't have this. You attack the messenger And that is true. Now, I'm not saying all people do this, but we have to admit that's what happens, because what you're trying to do now is get me off of the subject, or like we used to say, get me off of my square. In other words, have me, okay, we were talking about something that affects, and like I said, with Kevin talking, bringing Kevin back in, when we're talking about relationships or whatever, you'll try to start the insult. You'll start because you don't agree with what somebody is saying. What you're trying to do is get them off of their square, and what they're going, you try to get them in attack mode. Since you are attacking their character or their life or whatever about them, you're not talking about the subject. What you do is so you can get into this argument about women's size, women height, and all this, but that ain't what we're talking about. And if we are talking about it, we got the facts backed up. One of the things that I have seen it myself a lot of times when I make certain statements. I can say, look, you can go check the CDC, you can look at Black demographics, you can go to the U.S. Department of Justice, you can go to this website, you can go to that website. I'm not sending you to a blog. I'm sending you to a website or whatever the case may be that's going to give you the same information I get. First day you come back and say, well, how you know that's true? Or that's coming from the white folks, or that's coming from the European, or this is being said, well, they didn't do this. In other words, you cannot, a lot of us, man, when we have discussions, yes, true enough, all we have is our opinions and our feelings plus our experiences. But a lot of times we want things to go the way we feel, not how they actually are. So is there any truth in when he says that that's true? Because there are some things that that are being discussed. Like I'm gonna take one here. There is a reality. Yes, are there men out here willing to marry a woman that has one or two children, and he has a little, and he's financially stable, or financially comfortable to financially stable, and he will take on becoming a step parent, take on a woman with her one or two. Yes, that's possible. Yes, that does happen. But most of the time, when you see these men that are at certain financial levels, they with certain type of females. That is just the reality behind it. They don't, and it's true. These men have said over and over and over again that you are not my type of woman. And a lot of women get offended because here it is again. Those men are not your. There's a man for you out there, but you are upset because you want this particular man that you want doesn't want you. Now, like I said, like I said, when we start talking about financial situation, somebody brought 100,000, 250,000, half $1 million, whatever the case may be, have, like I say, prime example, to give weight to both sides. Yes, did Russell Wilson take on Sierra and Future's child? Yes, he did. He's a multi-millionaire. So he had him, whatever, but his character of the man is not solely, but again, for the woman's argument, can it happen? Yes, it can. But most of the time, men that have money, they're not trying to get with a sister that, hey, if I want to go to Las Vegas, if I want to fly here, if I want to do this, if I want to go here, I don't have time for you to go get a babysitter. I'm not gonna fly you and your child to this. That's not what I'm on. When I'm ready to get up and go, or I plan a vacation, I ain't got time for you to be trying to sit around and find a babysitter. I'm ready to go right now. I got the means to get up and go right now. And some women are not in that position to get with that man. Well, why can't he understand it? He doesn't have to, because that is his preference of women that he wants to deal with. That's the truth. Well, you might not like it. You might feel like, well, that's your baby. I'm sorry. It's just like the same thing. Some women don't like no dude below 6 feet. Some women don't want no man that's light skinned. Some women don't want no man that's dark skinned. There are some women out here don't want to deal with a man if he don't have a college degree. There are some women out here on the man on the town that don't want to deal with a man if he ain't making above $75,000 a year. It goes on and on and on. But there is somebody out there for each one of those men we talk about. There are men out there that's making 50,000, 60,000, 75,000, $90,000 a year. There are plenty of women that want to deal with him. And like I tell my brothers the same way, and I sisters just check it out. It's the same way with y'all. Look, I deal with who I'm over here where I am, where I'm celebrated. Not I'm not gonna try to go somewhere where I'm tolerated. If, in other words, look, if you don't want to fuck with me because I'm not a height, I'm not a skin tone, I don't have a certain character, whatever the case may be. Okay, that's your lane, that's your group. But over here, the people don't have a problem with my skin tone. They don't have a problem with my height. They don't have a problem with $50,000 to $90,000 a year. They don't have a problem with me being blue collar. They don't have a problem with me in an apartment, 2 bedroom, 1 bedroom. They don't have a problem with me being in a 3 bedroom, bath and a half. They don't have a problem with that. They what kind of car I drive. They don't mind me being in a Hyundai. They don't have no problem with that. That's where I'm at. So a lot of times, what women have to understand, when you hear these men may not be for you. Why not? Because those men do not prefer you. That's just how that is. We want everybody. Not everybody is gonna want you. Not every man, regardless of how nice looking you may be, no matter what your skin tone is, no matter how big your chest is, big titties, no matter how big your tail is, how much hip you got, how dark skinned that you are, whether you bald headed, whether you got locks, we could go on and on. There's somebody that you're not going to be appealing to them, and that there are going to be some people that you're going to be appealing to. And those individuals that you're appealing to, you cannot say no one dates ugly. And I'm gonna keep driving that point home. Well, I have to sell it. What are you selling for? There are some men that make 6 figures and above that do not want you because you don't have a certain body. They don't. Okay, let's just be honest. Some of these men do not want plus size women. You plus size. Does that mean that there's not a dude out there that wants a plus size woman and he makes a little money? No. But most of the time, those men are telling you, I don't want a plus size woman. Okay, except that group right there does that man or that segment of men do not want me because of my size. That's fucked up. You body shame. No, that's their preference, and that's okay. If you turn around as a plus size woman and come over here, these men want to deal with you. Because see, the real reason a lot of us want certain people to accept us, they don't want us to, we want access to what they got. We talking about physical possessions. See, if he's making 100,000, he making 250, he making a half a million, $7 million. See, I can go out here and buy this. I'm not thinking about the character of the man. I'm not thinking about how I'm going to be treated. What am I going to be able to build? What a lot of people looking at, if I get over there, I can buy the purse. I can get the hair done every week. I can go here. I can go there. But like we're going to get into that later on. When we talk about going places, unless you just want to be those individuals that have to say that when I went on a trip, I spent 10,000 or 20,000 or 30,000. Or if you stand in a hotel, instead of you saying I paid $150 a night for a room, I want to be able to say I spent $1,500 a night for a room. And it's not about who you with, because a lot of times in those rooms, you will be, that's part of the next thing I'm gonna go to in the inbox. You getting called out your name, but you can walk you more concerned. You ain't got no big issue with being called out your name and being mistreated, as long as you can go back to your girlfriends and your family members, or whoever you hang around. We were in a $1,500 a night suite. Or I'll bring it down a little bit. We was in a $600 a night room, but whatever the case may be, that's your purpose, because you want somebody to know that you were in that type of room. But when she talking about men would do, they said women do insult. Yes, it's true. Socrates said it himself. It wasn't directed at women, but since she talking about men and what Kevin and the followers are saying, When certain things are put out, you can't argue. Like, here's another situation. When I turn around and say there are 2 million people that are incarcerated, 2 million men that are incarcerated in the United States, 750,000 of those 2 million are black men. You run with the fact. Some black women will run with the fact, or because we talking about when black women run. See, all the men are locked up, baby. That's 700. That's 750,000 men. Okay, but from age 18 to 99 years of age, you have 19 million men in the United States that are black. Now take 750,000, subtract 750,000 from 19 million. How many men do you have from the age of 18 to 99? How many do you have left? But again, that's what it is. So is it that you want the men that's incarcerated? Is that what you want? If those are the type of men you want, now you need to work on those men. But you cannot say you can't come back and insult me talking about another one they do before I go there. You may say, like I said this before, or black men don't have the same master degrees, they don't have the same PhDs, they don't have the same bachelor's and associate's degree as us black women have. Well, I hate to tell you this. I'm just gonna go a little bit over because it's 5 points. There are over 6 million black men in the United States of America that has an associate's degree all the way up to a PhD. 6 million. So you mean to tell me out of 6 million men, and they're in all 50 states, they're in Alaska, they're in Hawaii, they're in all 50 states. Hell, some of them, hell, might be in Puerto Rico. We fucking with Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to making that statement, what is it? The common denominator may be you. The reason why, because like I tell some sisters sometimes when they say that, okay, so when you go to these training seminars, when you go to these job conferences, if you in corporate America, they say you don't see no black men in there at all. You don't see when those black men come across the stage, they're speaking. None of those men are black. None of those managers, none of those directors in these meetings are black. No, well, if they are, they messing with white women. 94% of black men marry black women. That regardless of financial, but by the U.S. Census Bureau, by the CDC, by black demographics, not no blog or some dude or female that's sitting in a room somewhere with a dog. Like, these are the people that make these things up. You know what I'm saying? That calculate this so you know how to move within government. They tell you 94% of black men marry black women. Less than 6% of black men marry outside the race. That's a fact. You can't change that. But you want to argue about it not because it's not a truth. Emotionally, what you're upset about, the men that you want don't want you. But you're ignoring the men that actually want to talk to you. And like I say all the time, those men that want to talk to you, you can't sit up here and say that those are unattractive men. You cannot say that. You cannot say that those men that actually want to talk to you are unemployed, don't have a good income, don't have good character. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell that lie. It's just that you like Lizzo. You want this dude to pay you some attention, but this dude done told you, I don't like you. I don't like your size. I don't like your skin tone. I don't like the fact that you got kids and you in your feelings. Why are you concerned about that? If that's how he feel, if that's how he feels about the type of woman he wants to like, why don't you bring your tail over here to the men that don't have a problem with you being plus size, don't have a problem with you having kids? You see what I'm saying? Why you trying to convince somebody that done told you that they don't like you? Well, like I told you, one thing that was told me and stuck with me. Why are you checking for somebody that ain't checking for you? You see what I'm saying? Why are you checking for somebody that ain't checking for you? You need to be dealing with people that are checking for you. You see what I'm saying? So if you're not gonna deal with people that's checking for you, you look foolish. You know what I'm saying? Running up beside somebody that don't want you. So the other part of the inbox. So I want to address that one, that part of the inbox when she said that, and I'm gonna read it again. Often you hear Kevin Samuels and many of his male followers say that women resort to shame, insults, guilt, and need to be right when they're losing an argument, and that is true. Not for everybody, but it is true because, like I said, remove Kevin Samuels. We see a lot of time on posts. Women going. The man has made his statement. This is how he feels. You want to shame him. You want to insult. Well, he shouldn't feel that way about. What about his black mama? His mama ain't got being black ain't got nothing to do with this. Ain't got nothing to do with this. He don't like plus size women. He don't like dark skinned women. He don't like light skinned women. He don't want to deal with no woman that don't. If she only got an associate's degree or got something from a technical school, he don't want. He want to deal with women with bachelor well I put like with bachelor degrees up to PhDs. That's all he want to deal with. If she's not a college graduate, he don't want to deal with her. But women that do, well, wait a minute, I got an associate. So what makes a woman? He done told you why he wants that type of woman in his life. He done told you that. So, but you trying to make him feel bad for not wanting you. Go where you are celebrated, sister. Go over there where you are celebrated. Stop trying to chase up behind somebody that don't want you or don't tolerate you or won't tolerate you. Go where you are celebrated. Go where you are cheered. That's what you need to be doing. But in that statement there, yeah, a lot of women do that. It didn't happen to me. I've seen it on other brothers' pages that I follow. Every time a man makes it up, some there's gonna be some woman that's gonna have to run on there and open up her mouth and be mad because of what the man. If that's what that man feels, if that's what that man wants in his life, he gonna get what he wants, and he may not want you. So be happy with that. Why ain't you over there talking to the men that actually want to talk to you? Ain't nothing wrong with them. It's just that you are stuck on this dude over here. So the next part is after that, well, I have a question for you and your male followers. Why is it that men who intentionally lie about their marital status resort to degrading women by raising their voice, using profanity, or calling the women out of their names? Uh, and I'll stop right here because there's another one. Really, these two don't to me don't go together. Right there. So I'm gonna read it again. The question she asked for me: why is it that men who intentionally lie about their marital status resort to degrading women by raising their voice and use profanity or calling those women out of their names? Period. I'm gonna go to the other part to it. Well, here's the situation behind that. Why do men do that? Why do men lie about their marital status? Well, let's be honest. Uh, a lot of men, for this part, a lot of those men know if they tell a woman they married, some of these women ain't gonna talk to them. That's just that simple. I'm not gonna tell you the truth because if I tell you the truth, I might not be able to mess with you. I might not be able to have sex with you. I may not be able to, come into your life. So I'm gonna tell you a loving lie, or I'm gonna admit the fact, or omit the fact that I'm married. I'm actually at home with my wife, my children. I'm sleeping in his house. I'm eating dinner. I'm eating sandwiches. I'm shitting. I'm pissing. I'm drinking beer with my wife at the crib. So if I actually tell you this, if I actually tell you that, I'm not gonna get access to you. Okay. Now, a lot of time why men get upset, you talking about why they get upset and get up, when they do that, you know what I'm saying? Well, sometimes it's just best when you find out a man is married and you just walk the fuck away, walk away. But a lot of women want to run off at the mouth, want to insult the man. You a weak ass dude for fucking off on your wife, this, that, another, all that. No, hey, if I see something about you that I don't want to fuck with, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna leave you alone. If I find out the truth that you not what you say you are, I just walk the fuck away. That's not masculinity. That's just being a human being. If I don't like what you doing, or I find out you lied to me about a situation, I ain't finna fuck with you no more. I'm just gonna keep it real. Just like that video I showed. If you ain't, once I find out that look, hey, you still your ex is still coming around, knocking on the doors, acting a fool, and this, that, or another. Once I leave your ass alone, I move on down the road. And if you ask me why, I'm gonna tell you why. Because look, you still dealing with your ex. That man's still upset. He got an issue. You need to clean it up. I don't need to be involved there. I go on down the road. Now, do men result in the reason why they do that insult? I'm not saying the men are right, but a lot of times like, you need to move on down the road. It's just that simple. And a lot of times when we start talking about married men, a lot of women realize and know that this man is married. Because some men don't keep it a secret. They let you know. They in your face with a wedding ring on their finger. They in your face talking, and you know that's a wedding ring. That ain't no just some bullshit he got on his hand. You know that's a wedding bang. And you still holding the conversation. You still talking. You still hand out your telephone number and everything else. You also know that you may see him on certain days. He may pop up out the blue, say he can come through. Why? Because he's not free to come and see you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. He's not like that because he got a family at home. And you know this. It's just like it was just like a clip that I showed, and I said it's a joke. The skit supposed to be a joke. But there's a lot of women laying up in the bed with somebody's husband. She knows he got a husband, but usually got a wife. Um, but she knows that the man is married. But see, she already knows what she normally gets is maybe anywhere between an hour and a half to maybe 2.5 hours with the brother, enough for a movie, enough for a conversation, enough for some sex, enough for a shower and this, that, another, and maybe when would I see you again conversation. And he the fuck out the door. But sometimes a side chick she said, baby, I'm tired. Let me wake me up in about 10 minutes. Shit. Just like that chick did, she let him lay there because she want him there. And like I said, at the end of the skit, she touching her chest. I can be the man. I can be the man. And there's a lot of women that's in that situation right now. But when you try to go out, when a lot of women try to go out, once they find out you hooked in, you didn't invest it, you was invested in a married man. But when that married man has to turn around, hey, look, baby, I'm married. I really just can't hang out this long. Well, are you gonna get a divorce? Well, I talk about getting a divorce and shit. The divorce is still there, it's still in place, and I ain't even filed the fucking paperwork. You've been there for another 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And now you get in your feelings. Now you want to get the tripping. Now you want to get the mad because I'm going to fuck off because I'm tired of you sweating me about leaving my wife and doing all that old kind of shit. I'm getting you getting in your feelings, and I start well, you don't have to call me out my name. You don't have to disrespect me. Well, baby, you didn't have to stay with me. You knew I was married. Don't play that dumb ass role because don't nobody see a motherfucker maybe once or twice a week if you in a relationship. Let's stop that line. Okay? We need to stop pretending this shit. And if that's true, no wonder our relationships ain't going nowhere. Because hell, we only hooking up to fuck. If that's how we doing it, that's the only reason why we doing what we doing. We only hooking up to fuck. That's all we doing. If that's how you looking at a relationship, well, I don't want no man up on me 24 hours a day, or I don't want to see no man 7 days a week. Okay, baby. So don't complain about time. You over there doing your thing. When I call you up and say, look, you want to get together this week, but we supposed to be in a relationship, okay. That's how we finna roll this. Because that's what's coming out your mouth. You see what I'm saying? That's just the reality behind it. So when it gets to married men lying about their status, the reason why men, just like anybody, tell a lie. I don't want you to know the truth. Because if you find out the truth, I may not get what I want. It's just like me and some other people have been pushing even though we talking about relationship, me and some other people were pushing them this past on the 23rd to go to out here to Southwest Community College and get into the expulsion program, get these felonies, get your record straight. You know what I'm saying? And hey, it is what it is. If you want to knock what I'm doing, you want to knock what I'm saying, that's on you. You can't get mad at me because you knew what time it was. Okay? That's just like that's why people lie on their applications. Because if you find out that there's something on my record, if the company is doing background checks, if I tell you the truth that I'm a convicted felon or I got this on my record, I may not get this job. And I really want this job. I really want to I wanted this job. I'm not going to tell you the truth. It's the same thing with a dude that's married. He ain't going to tell you the truth. Because if he tell you the truth, you might not want to deal with him. But for those on the other side of the coin, some of you women know you fucking with a married man. You know this. So we need to stop. We need to stop playing this victim role. You know damn well that you was with a married man, and you knew damn well we ain't talking about somebody that's been separated or been divorced for years and shit, and all you see is him spending time with the child, and that's going on. We talking about a motherfucker that's actually leaving your house at night, going back to another house, letting up a garage or pulling into a parking space at a damn apartment complex and unlocking the door and crawling his ass in the bed with another woman. You know this. This ain't so you feeling bad and you keep sweating the man and the man go off. It's your fault you get cussed out. Cause you got two choices. Either keep your let the man, you be the side chick, you get the time that you get, or you stand up as a woman that has a standard or a boundary that I don't want to deal with anybody that's going home to their wife, and you stand up as a woman and tell that man this relationship is over. All right, that's it. Other than that, you being insulted, you being mistreated, that's on you, baby. That ain't the man's fault. What he supposed to talk nicely to your ass? You already know what time it is. And here's another situation. Regardless of a man cheating, we know on the inside. I know I'm a whole ass nigga fucking off on my wife. I know that. I know I got kids at home. I know I got all that, but I'm laid up in the house with my side chick and this, that, another. But I really don't respect her because anybody with any, even though I don't have any, see, this is really why, because these women don't have any. She willing to feed, fuck, do everything that my wife doing at home. So why should I respect you? And even if he does leave his wife, even if he does get a motherfucking divorce from his wife, what makes you think 5 or 10 years down the road y'all been married? What makes you think it ain't finna be another side chick? That's like I said with me, I deal with reality, man. I deal with life. All that fantasy book, like I told, looking through crystals, throwing bones and all that old shit and putting sage over here. I don't have time for this shit. I'm dealing with real life. You better check this shit before you really get out here on this town. So as part as that, why they lie? Because they want to make sure they get you. Because if I tell you the truth, you may not fuck with me. The other part that you're doing, we're gonna do this. We probably won't go as long because it's so late. Um, the other part is the great, like she said. Here's the other part. While also insulting those women, oh no, not insult, also insinuating that those women are scared from past relationships and need God when the woman confronts them for lying. Again, um, a lot of times when it could now, I'm assuming when she's still talking about married men, but here's the situation behind it. Along with being married men, a lot of times in these relationships, the reason why some relationships fail is because every man you meet already has two stripes, already has a shoe hanging over his head. So if anything, if he looks like, if it sounds like, if it's said like, it's gonna trigger your ass to the fuck boy that you used to be with. The first thing you're gonna do, you're going to assume that it's another woman, or I'm cheating, or I don't like you, or I'm not supporting you, or I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing that. That is the reason why, because a lot of y'all have not actually healed from past relationships. You haven't. You haven't got past relationship, and it's time for you to tell the truth. The reason why your relationships are not working And the reason why they constantly keep failing is because you as an individual, it's not the men, because you as an individual have not addressed issues within yourself. A lot of women, you're running around here, you accepting, like I said again, you looking at the dollar sign, you looking at the possessions, you looking at all this shit, and you running up behind dudes, and after a couple of years go by, after a little time go by, you see this nigga full of shit, or he dogs your ass out, or take you for everything you got. Now men that come along, every man that comes along, he has to be gentle with you because you like a pit bull, you growling and shit. You because you still haven't got over the abuse and the mistreatment of your past relationship. You jump your ass when you leave this dude, you jump your ass right back out here into this dating pool, and you know you still damaged as an individual. So you need to go somewhere and sit down and get past what dude has done to you before you run your ass out here on the town. That's just being flat foot honest with you about it. Now, if that's what she talking about and need God, well, sometimes now me when I said need God, one of the problems I have with that is a lot of times women be running to the church and running to God. You hiding in the fucking church. The church ain't healing you. God ain't healing you. He ain't doing the scripture ain't helping you or nothing. You hiding your ass in the church because before you ran to the church, you quote unquote call yourself loving Jesus, loving Christ, and all this, that, and another. But you was out here on the town, a nigga was whooping your ass, treating you like shit. You were hanging from chandeliers, you were doing all kinds of shit. Now all of a sudden, now you done ran your ass inside the church. And you got your mouth open, like you said, she said, talking about they need God. But you got your mouth open talking about I'm a godly woman and I need a godly man and this and another. And some of you godly women have been godly women for 3, for 5, for 7, for 10 years. And you in Bible study, you on different committees and everything else. And I see brothers going in and out the church, just as faithful to the church as you are. Why haven't you found your godly man right inside of that church? There he is right there. He in Bible study. There he is on the usher board. There he is as a motherfucking deacon. There he is on this community, that community. Here he is over here with the youth in the church. He probably been inside the church longer than you have. But you still got your mouth open talking about you want to find a godly man. Where is he? But there he is right there. They go. And hell, you travel, you follow the pastor to this church, to that church, and out of town churches and everything. You still you been. It takes a while. It really does. But you claim you are that godly woman. So when men say that, sometimes you do, man. If the scripture gonna help you, that's fine. But you need to be for a man to find you. You don't hide behind God. You've hide within. But a lot of what you women doing, you hide behind God. You hiding in the church. Oh, I'm a woman of God now. I love Jesus. Jesus is my man. I done married to hell. Some of y'all done went to the point you got the goddamn collar on like a pastor. You got the collar on, and like I said, I could take you to scripture and let you know that ain't how God said that. But you want to flip the shit now, but you got collars on, you got all this shit. I'm a pastor. No, you're not. Not by the word of God. Sorry. Don't come to me with no time. No, God, we say that God's word stays the same, don't we? Throughout time. It does not change. No, you wanted to change to fit you. So when we get to talk about why do they go off and they do all this, that, and another? Well, again, sometimes in some situations, some men are just trying, again, when they do that, they're trying to get you off of the subject. They know they have mistreated you. They know they have dogged you out. They understand that. So they get to calling you out your name. They, like I told you with Socrates, they know they can't defend the lie or they can't win the debate. So they resort to the tool of insult, calling you out your name, mistreating you, get you off of the subject of me lying to you. So I'm gonna start saying that you, this woman of God, you ain't no real woman of God, you ain't this, you ain't that. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So that's the reason why that happened. You know what I'm saying? But when we start looking at these last two here, most of this shit again is on you as a woman. Don't play that role. I didn't know he was married. How the fuck you didn't know? And every time you saw this nigga, what this is the 20, this is what 27th of April. The next time you see him is on the 6th of May. Then you might see him maybe the 6th. He might be the 6th away, but the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th. Then the next time you see him again, it'll be May 26th. You know who the fuck you fuck with. If it ain't a wife, it's a showing to fuck another woman. And if you cool with that, be quiet. Don't open up your mouth. Don't stop complaining about something that's already, you know what time that is. Let's stop playing. Well, these men shouldn't be out here married, and you shouldn't be fucking them. Well, I didn't know. Okay, baby, you probably he lied and told you that didn't tell you he was married. But some sort of in your discernment, some sort of your discernment, or whatever the case may be, told you lay on down the road to ask a question. When you found out he was married, what? Now one of your favorite lines is, "Oh, I'm so invested. I love him so much, and this, that, and that. I can't let him go." But he's a married man. You say you don't want to fuck with a married man. So you gonna stay there and deal with a married man, hoping for what? That he get a divorce? Or somehow he has an epiphany and see you at like the chick, like I told you in that skit that's on my page. I'm the man. I can be the man. He said, baby, you need to stay the side chick. That's how a lot of it's supposed to be funny, but there's a lot of women living there right now. He getting up, you got a wet ass. That's exactly what the fuck you got. You got a wet ass, you got spots in your sheet. That's what you got. You got spots and shit in your sheet. That's what the fuck you left with. But you, for the whole day, when that man leaves the house, ain't nobody coming in at 5, ain't nobody coming in at 7, ain't nobody coming in at 9 o'clock. You have to wait a couple of days until another man walks through that door. And if you do have a revolving door, babe, still you ain't got no man in your life that you claim that you want. So a lot of times the stuff that you going through, that's on you. Another part of it, real quick, like I said, I'm gonna go to other parts. And like she said, in some ways, the women are scared from past relationships and need God. When women confront him back, like we just covered them, those women are not scared. They just saw through the married man's bullshit before the married man could use them or play the games with them. I would like you to address this on Robert TV. Thank you. Well, like I said, I kind of ate that up again. No, it ain't always you upset. Yeah, if you upset, you're gonna be a little hurt. I can understand you're gonna be in your feelings a little bit when you find out the man is married and you done gave a nigga some time. Okay, you might, and you can call this an insult. You might be a little slow. You might be a little slow. Yeah, that it may take you a minute to realize and accept the fact that, hey, the man that I'm fucking with is married, but I can't let him go because I love him so much and I really want to be with him so bad. I want to be with him so bad that I'm gonna actually stay with the man and just that another. And that's on you, baby. That's not a problem. That's not a problem that anybody else should worry about. That's on you. Again, in this situation, I know when my sister asked, like I said, going back when she talked about Kevin said, yes, a lot of times people, your emotions really don't mean nothing. How you feel about something, yes, feelings and how it has affected you, yes, that can bring forth a little change. But the only way you're going to get, real change, you have to deal with the facts. You have to deal with the fact. Like I told one time I was on Clubhouse with my friend Wendy. This is the bottom line, people. As long as we say we don't need each other, as long as women say they don't need men, as long as men don't want to fuck with black women, we ain't gonna see no family structure. We just ain't gonna see it. We can hang that shit up. Long as you women keep walking around here talking about what you don't need and you don't need no man and this, that, and another, I'm gonna tell you bottom line, the shit we see could continue. I have told women this all the time. You have the power to move the man in the direction that you feel that the man should go. You can help a man get to his place as a man. Men getting their feelings when I say this all day long, but it's the God's honest truth. You want to know why? The reason why you see niggas barely, and like I said, in this lane, I know there are some, but in this lane, the reason why you see women that have niggas around them ain't working, don't have their basics down, don't have their finances down, don't have their mental together, all this situation, probably you blame it. No, baby, I'm finna give you a fact. The reason why it's like that because it's not important anymore today. It's not important that a man works anymore today. It's not. It's not important that a man have his basis that even if him in a he has a room, at least the man can buy his own, got his own car, buying his own food, buying his own clothes. He ain't calling nobody to do that. He might have a roommate or whatever the case may be, however he's living. Now at least he ain't living with his mom. He might be with his sister or his brother or whatever. If they got cribs together and all that, family, how we do it. We ain't talking about living with your mama, living with your dad, or some shit like that. But here's in this situation for a lot of women, the reality is what's going on. All right, Chris, she said, check my inbox. Let me see something real quick. She said she wanted me to check my inbox real quick. Hold on. I'm going to go back to that in a minute. Hold on. Let me go here real quick. Let me see what's going on. Well, like she probably gonna have. She probably, she probably. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, hold on for a minute. Let me read this real quick. Give me a second, people. Oh, see. Okay, I got it, baby. Well, she kind of clarified something for me. Well, here's the situation behind it. Now, again, why some men lie on the front end is because if they tell the truth about a situation, that means you won't fuck with them. Now, if you never got with it, but somebody come and tell William is married. You know what I'm saying? And he's married. Yeah, you may have had liking for the dude, whatever the case may be. Then you go to William and tell tell William that he's married. You know what I'm saying? Now he want to go the fuck off. He this that. Okay, number one, like I told you, some men get upset about this shit because, like I said, he been caught in a lie. And he's also probably mad because how did you find out that I was married? What you did, a background check? Did somebody tell you? So that's got him in his feelings too. So when he started degrading the woman and all this, okay, because he mad because he lost out, which is a weak move. But again, when a motherfucker, his intention is just to fuck you, he's going to lie. That's what he's going to do. And a lot of time, here's the situation. If you confront the man and say, hey, look, I found out you was married. Why didn't you tell me? And before the niggas get to hooping and hollering and screaming, okay, hey, you married? I was. Hey, we had a nice conversation. Move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? But you can't get upset. Well, he shouldn't have been in my face. Baby, we know men that marriage shouldn't be fair. That's life. But a lot of times how you confront somebody, hey, very simple. I know you married right now. I found out you didn't tell me you was married. I could go to a woman. She get to hooping and hollering. Who told you that it doesn't matter? Are you married? And if she want to call me a weak ass dude or this, that, people that know me, I show me, I'm like this. I throw my hands up, man. I'm all right. Man, I don't I just let you know I know the truth. Sometimes, like I said, when people lie on me, try to put shit out there, hey, I explain my side. You believe what the fuck you want to believe. But when there's, hey, I might get a little upset because I don't like people lying on me. But like I said again, okay, I'll move on down the motherfucking road. Believe what you want to believe. I think that's what, like I said, the clarification that I got. Like I said, he never did date or anything like that. Let me check it one more time, see if there's anything else. Uh, well, like I said, a lot of times people don't want to be called on their bullshit. A lot of times, a lot of people don't want to be called out on their bullshit because it's been working. Damn, somebody done caught my ass. So he did that weak ass shit. Move the fuck on. Don't take it. Hey, when people get caught in their shit, I'm gonna take my law up today. Once I catch you in your shit, you gonna call me a weak ass police. You gonna call me a funk ass shit. I should be out looking for this, and you fucking with the black man. Turn around, put your hand behind your back, cuz we got you. Fuck all that shit you talking about. We got you. Take you on downtown. Go through the shit. Get you out the car. The nigga take that belt off. Walk through that scanner, man. Walk back again. Walk through that scanner. Stand, face that door. That door is gonna slide the fuck open. Walk the fuck in. Stand over there by that wall while I hand these folks this paperwork. That's all it is. I don't have to once you start coming back, I don't have to call you a bitch ass nigga, you weak ass nigga, you got called out, you got caught with this, I ain't gotta do all that, man. Fuck all this shit you talking about, man. We got you. So a lot of time why men do that again, I don't want to get caught in my bullshit because it been worked. Cause see, there might be a possibility that you gonna go on and tell some other shit that might fuck me up on the town. You might not be the only chick I'm talking to. You might know some other chicks that I'm talking to. So damn, I don't want nobody to know what the fuck I'm doing. But that's why he does that. But like I said again, when we get into that's why I told you when just like Socrates said, when when the debate is lost, the tool of the loser is insult. In other words, man, hell, it's up. You can't lie no more. You can't tell the bullshit no more. You can't keep running this shit no more. So what you do instead of talking about what's really going on, you come with the insult. You want to call me out my name. You want to talk about all this other shit to get me hyped to get me off of the lie. But at the end of the day, while all this back and forth is going on between us, it's because of the lie. That's all the fuck it is. All you got to do is tell the person the truth. I learned that. Tell the person the truth, whatever the fuck they believe, walk the fuck off. I like I told you, I used to do that shit, breaking face and shit. I used to do that shit, breaking face. For what? I don't do that no more. I maybe like I told you, maybe 15% of that shit is left in me. It's because sometimes, like my coach Eric Thomas said, sometimes you got to raise up and let some people know where to get on and where to get the fuck off it. You know what I'm saying? It's just true. You know what I'm saying? But most of that shit, I used to have that shit bad, man. I put you in check real quick. I don't do that no more. When I know you a lying motherfucker or you full of shit, I don't have shit to say to you. Cause like I said, I'm the type of individual. I don't like people lying on me. So what I do is I make sure I got all my shit in a row. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to come in with some shit, I'm just gonna present facts to you. That's all that is. I don't worry about that shit no more. I ain't got to go into who told me, how I found out, this, that, another. I ain't gotta go all into that. I just know you full of shit and I through fucking with you. I don't have shit to say to you. You do what the fuck you want to do. Cause like we always said, karma is a motherfucker. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But again, and I appreciate Christy coming in. She wanted me to clarify. And this is my sister, since she came in on the live. This is my sister that actually sent me that inbox. And that's why she told me there's some things she wanted me to clarify. And that's what it was. She said the dude she never dated, dude, wasn't no date involved, but somebody let her know ahead of time. Okay. That's why the nigga did what he did. Because the nigga was in his feelings. He thought he had a new piece of ass, and somebody threw a wrench into his plan. That's why he got upset. That's it. And sometimes how you confront people, that's how you get them a lot of times. I don't know how. I don't know how the sister Christian can probably put that here on the live or whatever. I don't know how the first sister ran up on him. You ain't got to go up in the man hoop and holler and scream. When you see the dude again, just have a conversation. You ain't got to call him a weak ass nigga or sucker ass boy, all that old shit. Just go to the man and say, look, I had some interest in you, but I found out you were married. Is that true? Just have an adult conversation. You ain't gotta run like you a gangster and shit, like you finna whoop a motherfucker ass because it is if you ain't never went out with dude, what the fuck is you upset for? But like I said to the main other thing she was talking about in the thing, yeah. Some of you women do that. Y'all try to guilt a man into liking you. That's that Lizzo shit. That's that Lizzo syndrome. Well, motherfucking men need to like us plus size women. There are plenty of men out here in this motherfucking town that like plus size women. Get your ass over there with them and stop bothering these motherfucking men that don't want to fuck with you. Just that simple. That's how I look at life. Like I said, you still today, you now it's dark skinned, locks, and this, that, and another. If you don't like the low haircut and the gray motherfucking beard, get the fuck over there where you like the men that you like. I'm over here with the sisters that like the gray beard, like the motherfucking haircut. You understand what I'm saying? That's who I fuck with. That's how life rolls. We don't have a lot of time to be wasting our time with a whole lot of unnecessary shit. Motherfuckers want to go back and forth about plus size. Like now, right now, this income tax thing, man, women are now going out here because again, well, if these men that making $100,000 a year want a woman with a bigger ass and bigger titties, if I go get these bigger titties, I go get this bigger ass, I might be able to get 100,000, 250,000, half a million, so on. If I go out here on the town and do that, no, there's no guarantee on that because again, one of the key things that people keep forgetting, unless you like this here, there is still going to be a conversation. And just because you got the titties, just because you got the flat stomach, just because you got the flat ass, that don't mean that I'm fin to marry you. You understand what I'm saying? That does not mean that I'm going to marry you. Okay? Just because you done smooth the stretch marks off, just because you got a six pack, just because you got a 36D and 38s and all that, and your ass is round and all that shit, and you done shaved off the all the hair off the pussy, and it looks like a little kid's, look like a little girl's pussy, and this does another. That's no guarantee that that man that makes 100,000, 250,000, and up is going to fuck with you. He may fuck you. He may throw you a few dollars to fuck on you, and you might be able to trick the nigga into dropping off a baby, but because of the money that he makes, he'll be able to pay you that little child support money because he gonna make that money back because what he's making. That's no guarantee. The only way that you can see that is the man has to see something in you mental, not always physical, baby. No, we're not going to date. We're not going to date an individual just solely because you fine. We are attracted to that. Now, whole ass niggas, what they do, they see your when they don't even see your mouth. They see your titties, they see the pussy print, they see the ass. They want to see you. Most men can kind of they visualize you butt ass naked. That's what they doing. That's exactly what the fuck they doing. They visualizing your ass butt ass naked. Just because you got the titties and the ass and all this shit, that does not guarantee you will be a wife. So while you going out here, I'm gonna tell you this for my sisters. While you running out here on this town, taking your income tax money that maybe you done one income tax money or money you done saved over the last couple of years, You done saved up a maybe 10,000, 15,000, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you finna go add some shit onto your ass. You finna go get your stomach flattened. When you bring your motherfucking ass up out of there, there is no guarantee that you finna get a dude that makes 100. Well, I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna be nice about it. It's no guarantee you finna get you a man that's making 50, 70, 80, 90, 100,000. It's no guarantee. Because understand now, when you come out here, you're just like everything else. You are fuckable. You're not a wifey. Some of y'all gonna have to understand that out here in this life. Now, you get you a little ass, you get you a little titties in your life. You might get you a diamond bracelet. You might get you some purses. You might get some rent paid. You might get a vehicle. You might get a little child support. But you can't rock that shit for the rest of your motherfucking life. You see what I'm saying? You got the round ass, you got the flat stomach, but you still got a wet ass. Just sorry. That's just the truth. A lot of motherfuckers that went out here and spent the money on titties and ass and lace fronts and eyelashes and this, that, and another, and you still getting the fuck up with a wet ass. You ain't got damn fucking ring on your finger. Rings do not come on your finger solely because of your physical. If there is no mental, you get no ring. Men have access to marriage. You see what I'm saying? Women have access to sex. Point blank. So if you trying to elevate it to the level of commitment and marriage, you got to do more mental shit. You see what I'm saying? You got to do more mental things than physical. Cause you could be man, I could see you. I put up one of my old posts from damn near 11 years ago. Men are more concerned about what comes out your mouth than what your body looks like. Men. I could see your ass, I could see your physical. Oh, she got that red ass hair in her hair. She got that green ass shit in her hair. She got all that ignorant ass shit on. She got mops on her motherfucker. I don't want to holler at her. But if you hear me say that, if you could hear my thought, all weak ass nigga, you know you no, baby. I might want to fuck it, but I ain't finna do nothing else with it. That's the reality of life. You can present, but like one of the sisters on Clubhouse was saying, well, that's on the man fault because men put that. No, this segment of men put it out there. Just like make your mind up which one of these men you want. You can't say you ain't never heard this, but I'm saying if you ain't never heard now, I'm telling you. Not every man wants to see you with a bunch of big ass eyelashes on your face, with hair all over your motherfucking head, orange and motherfucking green. Don't every man want to fuck with a woman with tattoos around her neck, all on her titties, all on her thigh. Every man don't want to fuck with that. And the men that do, 9 times out of 10, they are not finna marry you. Not saying that they won't, but 9 times out of 10, most of those men gonna be knocking your pussy off. And once you start tripping, once you start waking the fuck up, they're gonna leave your ass alone and go on to the next chick that looks just like you. That's the truth, y'all. You don't have to like it. It's just the truth. You see what I'm saying? That's just the reality. You done heard men say it all day long. That's not attractive. Them big ass eyelashes ain't attractive. The motherfucking bonnets on your head, it's not attractive. It's all right to have a tattoo, it's cool, but tattoos all over your motherfucking body, all up and down your thighs and all that old kind of shit. If you ain't making money off of them fucking tattoos, if you not in a magazine where a motherfucker you done took a picture of your body with your tattoos on it, and a motherfucker you having out your tattoo artist with some money, and y'all finna make some money because you finna show off his motherfucking tattoos in this tattoo magazine. Baby, everybody don't want that. And you can play the role all day long. I don't give a fuck. Yes, you do. Some don't, but most of you do. So what I'm telling you is A lot of this shit, like I told you before, a lot of this shit out here that you're presenting, like I said, this the whole era. They telling our black women to be more hoes than they are telling them to be ladies. They out here on this town also telling women go hide your ass in the church. That's why a lot of godly women, you keep talking, either they ain't married the hoes, they ain't married. When you become women, when you become neutral, when you become new, like I said, using me. When you hear me talk about men, you hear me talk about women. See, I'm not gonna be a part of the red pill thing. See, I'm not gonna get picked up by the black manosphere because see, sometimes they're gonna hear me talking about women, and then sometimes they're gonna hear me talking about men. I'm not gonna get picked up by those dudes because see, like I told you, a lot of these guys out here that are in the manosphere, those niggas ain't doing half of the shit that they talk about. They not fucking like me. I'm sorry. You can call that ego. That's how us men do it. Since you want to play that game, that's how we do it. That half of these niggas ain't doing shit that they say they doing. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing half of the shit that they say they doing. Same with these women on these motherfucking blogs. All these women talking about men ain't shit, men ain't this. A lot of these women that are telling y'all shit, when they ain't putting content out here, they getting up out the bed with a wet ass. They telling you what not. They telling you not to fuck with a fuck nigga. They telling you not to do this. They telling you not to do it. They getting their ass. They got a wet ass. I'm telling you. They don't keep it neutral. Very sad. Cause see, if they get on, see, just like with men, if I get on the man's ass too much, see, YouTube is not gonna send me the plaque. They're not gonna send me the check. Same with the woman. I'm not gonna get the blue check on my name and all this shit. If I don't talk bad about these men and I get these women to follow me and all this old kind of shit, I get the blue check. See, I'm not gonna get that motherfucking thing from. I'm not gonna get that from YouTube. They're not gonna send me a motherfucking check. So I got to talk as much shit as I want to. But them same females are sitting up when they ain't doing content, when y'all don't see them, when y'all waiting on the motherfucking notification to come the fuck in, they in the bed with somebody and they ain't getting nothing but a wet ass. That's exactly what they doing. So don't let them fool you either. Just like I told you about the brothers. To my brothers, man, don't look. A lot of these brothers, like I said, I knew Kevin Samuels before Kevin Samuels was Kevin Samuels. I don't lie on me, and Kevin ain't gonna lie on me either. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna say shit because I don't know where it's on YouTube. Don't know where it's going. I knew Kevin Samuels before Kevin Samuels was Kevin Samuels. You see what I'm saying? So what you hear from Kevin Samuels is not scripted. That's him. But with a lot of these motherfuckers, I'm not defending him, but what I'm saying in this black manosphere shit, a lot of you brothers are following these niggas talking about the women and this, that, another. Some of these men are sitting in the motherfucking house, ain't got nan gal to call, ain't going on damn motherfucking date. Ain't got damn woman calling them, ain't got damn motherfucking date. But they can tell you the bullshit because you know what they do? It's easy to hear. All I got to do is take your complaint, reword it, and put it out here. I like that motherfucking brother right there because that brother know the truth. Like I said, I could sit up here all day long, talk about child support issues, talk about how fucked up women are, slick ass niggas and shit. I ain't never paid a day of child support in my life. But I sit out here and put your shit out here to make you feel like that you should follow me because that brother there understands that child support. But I ain't never paid. I ain't never had to suffer with. I don't have back and forths with my son's mother. We don't have all that shit. We don't. I pay what I look. We came to an agreement. What comes out, I hit a little. It is what it is. The boy finna walk off stage. There's going to be some tears and everything. But I ain't never paid a lick of motherfucking child support. But if I get out here and start talking shit about women and child support and how they trick you and do this and do that, man, my shit. I have a blue check here. I could have a blue check in about About 6 months. By December, by the first year, I could have a blue check on my name. I could go from 27 followers because I just started my YouTube page. And by the time December get here, man, I could have at least 12, 13,000 motherfucking followers. I could. I literally could. Because all I got to do is come in and be that negative voice and get the women riled up. Because when the women come over here, they bitched off, they mad and shit. They help me the fuck grow. That's how the shit goes, y'all. But that's not my platform. That's not what I'm going to do. My thing is to keep it even. To me, like I say, it's a pie. One side is the woman, one side is the man. Like we say, yin and yang. That's how it is. One side is the woman, one side is the man. A lot of shit that happened to women is your motherfucking fault. It ain't about no motherfucking blame. Before I had to check that inbox, I was going into that. You talking about men need to get better? No, baby, you need to have a standard and shit like this here. The reason why motherfuckers don't hold no job, I don't have to be employed to have a piece of pussy. How in the fuck is an unemployed ass man got 3 and 4 motherfucking baby mamas? How the fuck is that happening? How is it that a motherfucker that's in his 30s and 40s and even in their 50s, how the fuck is he got women standing out in the middle of the street fighting over his ass and he unemployed? He a pluckhead. He smoking blunts every day. Go down to the third nigga playing PlayStation every day. Y'all arguing and fussing and fighting. Who fault is that? If men knew if they kept running across women that kept talking about jobs, like I told you, by the time if that man runs into 6 women and they start talking about jobs, by the time he talked to number 7, he working part time somewhere. If it was required that if you kind of you didn't show because people have their own struggles, but like I said, niggas be riding, niggas be having 1,200, 1,500, and $2,000 cars. Cause hey, look, if it's required, she don't want me always driving her shit. She want to sit in my shit. We go to movies in my shit. We go to eat out, but women don't require shit. All women require is, and I'm gonna say this, y'all. Like I gave you information. All they want with the average black male erected the average black male erected is 7.2 inches erected, not plain, just as they said, sitting still. Was the average black male, like I gave y'all JAMA, I gave you the American Medical. So I ain't send you over to no sexologists. I sent you to medical shit. Go check that out. If you got some nurses, you got some doctors that's your friend, you write this down and check it with them, and they will tell you the average black male is 7.2 inches long erected. So, baby, all that other shit and the vagina canal is only 4 inches long. It does expand to fit the man. So if the man is 6.8 inches or the man is 6 inches, your vagina will expand to 6 inches and will shrink in to fit that man. So we need to stop all that bullshit there. See, a lot of this shit is all defensive. But like I was saying, women, you hold the power. If a nigga can get your ass and he ain't got to have no job, he ain't gonna get one. He ain't gonna get one. That's why you see what you see. And like I said, for the single mothers, these are the men that are coming out your homes. For the ones that they don't need a man, need their son to have their fathers in their life. When he gets out here on the town, this is why they had a complaint. Because he's emotional, he's not thinking logically. Was you blaming women? You goddamn right I am. The reason why you getting mistreated, reason why you getting dogged the fuck out, you have no standard, no boundary. Just that simple. Men, just like I told y'all yesterday, the reason why most of you niggas getting tricked and this, that, and another, you talking with your fucking walking. You're doing brownie points. I told you that a long time ago. A lot of you niggas buying flowers, buying roses, doing all this shit here. You trying to buy affection. You trying to buy attention. You trying to buy sex. Has it worked for some of y'all? Of course it has. So you're going to keep using your wallet. But you're going to have these, and you're going to have the talks in the inner circle. You at the barbershop, or you're gonna follow Kevin on his page, you're gonna get into the black atmosphere, and you're gonna get to talk about these women ain't shit. No, nigga, that money that you done spent, those women don't want that. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, man. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. There's a reason why some niggas get, instead of getting pussy on the birthday, they get presents, they get dinners, they get birthday presents, they get all this shit plus sex. But you wonder why you don't really get shit. You talking with your fucking wallet. You haven't had a mental connection with your woman. So that was that inbox. I know it's getting a little late tonight. I'm gonna get off of. I usually would go longer than I would, but it was kind of late tonight. I do apologize to Alfred. I didn't make it to the show, and this, that, and another on the platform. For y'all saw it on my page. I think she had a therapist on there. I forget her name. Just go to my page and you will see it. She's telling you the mental health issues that they have seen, that she has seen in her professional career dealing with social media and how you can combat it. Because a lot of people, like I told you, we didn't have people that have allowed bullying, grown people, not just kids. We didn't have people, grown people, to kill themselves because what's talking about on social media. We didn't have, just like I told you about BBLs. Just because of somebody said that they don't like plus size women, you got women out here instead of losing weight for themselves for health issues, they losing weight and all this shit to see if they can land six figures or better. This is causing mental health. This is a mental health issue for some people, not everybody. So go to my page and check that out. I supposed to be on that panel, but I got home late. I got home a little bit late here, and I wasn't there. I didn't want to just break in the middle of that, but I shared it to my page. So anybody interested in it to see and this see the professional uh, do the talking right here and stuff on my page, go ahead and look at that because again, there are some people, and I put a post to let them know I was on the way, but I knew they had already got into it. But like I said again, some of us, man, it's just like a drug. Without social media, some people lose their fucking mind. They go into depressed mode. What's going on? What's social media saying? What's going on? You can turn the news on and find out what the news is in the world today. But now I want to hear from social media. That's a mental health issue. That's the mental health issue. So go to my page. This is not, like I said, y'all people that follow me know when I see somebody, we ain't talking about Dr. Faruka and all this. We ain't talking about folks with crystals and sage and shit. Go to my page. These are professionals. I supposed to been on that panel, but I wasn't able to make it. But I appreciate everybody. Hey Sheila baby. That's my big sister coming in. I didn't have a chance, but I want to go ahead and answer that for my sister Christy that sent me that inbox. And I appreciate Christy coming up, told me to check my inbox and this and that, because she wanted to clarify some things with her inbox that she sent me. And like I said, if anybody have an inbox, something you want me to discuss with a male or female, send it to my inbox and you ask me. And just like Christy did, if she wanted to clarify something on the inbox that she sent me, hey, he'll be in the inbox while we doing live. We read over it and I go right back at it. But for tonight, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Learn how to, man, look, if you losing the debate, if you can't deal with facts, it's a fact. Like I had to tell a brother one time on Clubhouse, and I'm finna end it. I had to tell a brother here on Clubhouse, if every black woman ended up married, there would still be 2 million black women out here by the stats that wouldn't have a husband. Well, you have to understand, 650,000 black women in the United States of America classify themselves as bisexual or lesbian. Out of that 2 million that you say you got left, what the rest of it is. You see what I'm saying? It's easy when people throw out numbers. They don't get. I'm not saying the brother was wrong because he was right. If because like I said, in the United States of America right now, there's 45 million black people on the planet right now. Well, in the United States, there are 45 million black people in the United States. So if every man and every woman would get black man and woman would end up married in the United States, you got 2 million women left. But again, let's go inside the stats. How many women? Like I told you, over 650,000. I'm giving you the round. It's something like 658 something, but I'm just standing right here at 600 and over 650,000 women, black women in the United States of America, classify themselves or their sexual identity is bisexuality or either they are lesbian. out of the 2 million that are left. So when we get to talking all these different numbers and this, that, like I told you, man, all black men locked up. No, it's only 750,000 black men locked up. That's 19.7 million black men in the United States. Only 750,000 of those men are incarcerated. 5 million of those men have college degrees. I'm just saying. So you could have what you got men that's if you want to do incarcerated, okay, baby, give it a little time. Some of them niggas gonna get out, some of them niggas ain't. If you want a man that's got a college degree, baby, we got damn near 6 million black men with college degrees. I could go into technical, I could go into this, that, and another. Less than that, what is that? Less than 3% of black men in the United States make 250,000 and above. You know what I'm saying? That's just keeping it real. From 50,000 to $90,000 a year, that's 90% of black men in the United States of America. You understand what I'm saying? Now the average salary of the black man is 47,000. But like I said, to round it off, 50,000 to 90,000, 90% of black men make that in the United States of America. Okay. Less than 3% of black men make $250,000 a year. I'm just saying, baby. Take 3% of 19,000. How many black men is that? Okay. So when we get to talking about numbers and figures and this, that, and another, like I said, we can't always find shit to fit our narrative. We just leave certain shit out. That goes back to my sister Christy, what she was saying. Why a nigga don't tell you the full truth? Because if he tell you the full truth, some of that shit gonna fall off. Like I keep telling black folk, they lying about your black man. They lying about that black woman. They doing it on purpose, y'all. If a black man and a black woman mentally connected, they're one of the most dangerous couples on the planet. You can't stop them because you done fucked over them both. So they hungry than a motherfucker. Don't mean they gonna rob, steal, and this, that, another, but they know what time it is. And they finna come for your ass. They gonna watch each other's back and they gonna protect each other. That's why they doing what they doing, black folk. But again, to my sister Christy, that's my opinion on the inbox that you gave me. I appreciate everybody staying up late with me. I think a couple people fell off. So you can see this tomorrow. You probably see it. It's only going to be maybe an hour and 30 minutes long. But I appreciate those people that tuned into the television show tonight. You see my cash app going across the bottom. 50 cents, $1, whatever you want to give me, you can. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'll holler at you. Till tomorrow.